Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, and we are going to be getting started on the chapter 31 of the Exploring the Arsenal series with me, Asian Psycho, aka Toadstimer98, and this time we'll be taking a look at the clan weapons that are available to you guys through the clan shop. And yeah, we'll get started with the first weapon that was introduced through the clan shop, and I think it's available at clan level 2, I want to say, and it's a CX4 Storm assault rifle. So let's get started on the CX4 Storm. Now, a little bit of background information. First of all, as pertains to combat arms, it costs 1,000 GP a day, so it's not exactly your cheapest assault rifle. And like I said, like I mentioned before, it is unlocked at clan level 2, so it doesn't technically have a rank requirement, but does have a clan rank requirement. So if you're not in a clan that's level 2 or above, you cannot access the CX4 Storm. A little bit more of in real life information about the CX4 Storm. I believe the CX4 Storm is actually a paintball gun or an airsoft gun. I don't know but I believe that's what it is. I've seen a few videos that actually feature the CX4 Storm as a paintball gun, so I'm not too sure what to think about it. I've also heard that it's actually a in real life gun that actually fires pistol rounds instead of actual rifle calibers, so I'm not too sure what to think of there. Please correct me for those guys who are actual real life gun nerds like I am, but unfortunately I don't know much about the CX4 Storm as it pertains to real life, so if you guys can help me out here a little bit. Anyways, let's get started in the let's get started discussing the actual nitty-gritty stats of the CX4 Storm. Now, I'm going to be comparing this CX4 Storm to the M4A1 quite heavily, because if you think about it, their stats are actually pretty similar, and the way that they perform are actually a lot similar as well. So the CX4 Storm has a damage rating of 38, which is the same as it is on the M4A1. However, I would like to... Alright guys, sorry about that brief moment there. Something screwed up with my Windows sound recorder, but anyways, hopefully that's taken care of. So let's continue on. Pretend nothing happened. Anyways, so where I left off last time was that I was getting to the damage and what I thought it was compared to the M4A1. What I was trying to say is that the M4A1 just feels more powerful than the CX4 Storm. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the gun noise that the M4A1 makes and the CX4 Storm makes, but I just feel like the M4A1 is more powerful than the CX4 Storm. It's just a personal thing. I don't really have any logistical thing that can back it up or anything like that, but that's just how I feel about the CX4 Storm. It's a little bit weaker than the M4A1, according to my tastes anyway. Moving on to portability, the portability on the CX4 Storm is a 62, so it is 2 points more portable than the original M4A1. Rate of fire, the rate of fire on the CX4 Storm is at a very solid 75, so this makes the CX4 Storm one of the more faster firing assault rifles in its category. And keep in mind, compared to the M4A1, the M4A1 has a 74 rate of fire, so the CX4 Storm just does fire a little bit faster than the M4A1, but it's not too much of a significant change, though it is pretty nice having a very fast fire rate, especially when it's an assault rifle. Accuracy-wise, the accuracy on the CX4 Storm is very high for an assault rifle, or it's on the higher ends, that is, at an 86, so definitely the CX4 Storm is more geared towards like your long-range engagement kind of assault rifle things. It is pretty accurate, it is very accurate over range, and it's got a pretty good damage drop-off. It's not the best, but it's still pretty viable for long-range fighting, and compared to the M4A1 anyway, it's technically 6 points more accurate, but the M4A1 is a very accurate assault rifle. The accuracy stat on that thing is, for whatever reason, really badly arranged. I don't know why. I'm definitely sure that M4A1 has a lot higher accuracy than 80, but whatever. I already explained that a long time ago in my M4A1 review. Moving on to the recoil. The recoil on the CX4 Storm is also less than that of the M4A1 at 62. Now this is where I'm going to get a little bit in depth about the recoil on the CX4 Storm. Oh, and by the way, the gameplay that you see here is a little bit laggy. I was kind of lagging when I was playing this game, so if you will apologize if you will kind of overlook that while you guys watch this review, that'd be pretty great. Anyways, the M4A1. The M4A1's recoil is technically higher statistics-wise. However, it's higher in terms of Kickback, you'll notice that the CX4 Storm's recoil is lower in terms of kickback, but the spread enlarges more quickly than the M41's does. So it's kind of like a trade-off that the CX4 Storm and the M41 have. The CX4 Storm, although it won't kick around in your hands as much, the spread will spread out a lot quicker than the M41 does, whereas the M41 spread doesn't enlarge as quickly. However, you'll definitely feel that it has a lot more kick to it than the CX4 Storm does. So it's kind of like the trade-off there. Which one would you prefer? So it's kind of like take your poison. So moving on to the Tapfire ability, the CX4 Storm is one of the best assault rifles to Tapfire with. Is arguably even better than, like, say, the M41, because in scope recoil on the CX4 Storm is very, very amicable, I would like to say. It's very noob friendly, and there's hardly any kickback on the CX4 Storm when you're scoping in and firing. In fact, you can go full auto with the CX4 Storm scoped in, and it's pretty easy to take out people at medium and long range while on full auto. So it kind of gives you an idea just how easy it is to use the CX4 Storm, even though the damage is kind of lacking in that compartment. Or department, whichever we want to call it. My English is still lacking because I'm Asian. Anyways, moving on to the sprint drawback, all the trivial stuff that you guys may or may not be interested in. The sprint drawback is pretty standard for an assault rifle. It is on the, I think it's pretty standard for an assault rifle, nothing too special about it. The draw speed is a little bit, draw speed is nothing to be worrying about. It's standard as always as well. I can't really think of anything that's out of the ordinary with the draw speed. Center speed though, it feels like the center speed is very fast on the CX4 Storm. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but to me anyway, the center speed on the CX4 Storm feels very, very quick, and you can definitely take out lots wave or enemy after enemy after enemy that the game likes to throw at you at any time of the game. So that in that respect, the center speed on the CX4 Storm is very, very nice. It's fast enough anyway. Reload speed. The reload speed on the CX4 Storm is not the greatest. In fact, I consider it the CX4 Storm to be one of the slower reloading assault rifles in combat arms. That's just a personal preference. I am using Extended Mag 1 in these games that you see here for this review, so take it as you will. I think it has a pretty less than average reload speed or reload time, but you guys can be the judge of that. Moving on to the fire modes. The fire mode on the CX4 Storm is only available in one kind of type, and that's fully automatic. Moving on to the key physical character, or not that, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Luck. Luck on the CX4 Storm, it's moderate. It doesn't give me too many headshots, but it does give me a lucky headshot here and there, especially while scoped in and going full auto. So here, oh yeah, in this game, by this time in this gameplay, I don't know if the audio will sync with the time that I realized that the game is actually frozen because I'm lagging so badly. Every time I experience the scoreboard, you'll see that I'm rocking 1 bar. So this game, I'm just by this time I'm just like walking around and wondering what the hell, did the game crash or did I just lag out? And it turns out that I just lagged out. It wasn't because of a server hack or anything like that. So that explains that. So hopefully you guys will overlook that, and I should be actually just getting out of the game and joining another game soon. Moving on to the ammo capacity. The ammo capacity on the CX4 Storm is at a standard 30 rounds per magazine and 90 in reserve. Nothing too special there. For key physical characteristics, so the CX4 Storm is a bullpup weapon, and it's a pretty unique looking gun in that it looks very futuristic, I want to say. It doesn't have like a magazine that's actually visible, but it is a bullpup weapon, and it I don't know, the handle, the kind of plastic construction that kind of connects the handle and the butt stock and the pistol grip, or the grip, whatever the kind of grip that the CX4 Storm has. That kind of connecting piece of plastic is kind of out of place with me. I don't know why it's there. It kind of gives off the image, to me at least anyway, that it has some sort of a sling, like over shoulder sling. But that's just me. It's just me seeing things, anyways. Key physical characteristics though, the CX4 Storm in terms of gun design is very unique, and it definitely stands out there in the crowd. So moving on to the muzzle noise. The muzzle noise is a very high frequency, kind of like a sound, and once again my gun noise making skills is very subpar, but anyways, it's a very high frequency noise, and it's not too loud, surprisingly enough, but it's definitely loud enough for people to know what kind of gun you're using, because it's a very unique muzzle noise. I don't think any other gun in the game has the same muzzle noise as the CX4 Storm does. Moving on to attachment options. The attachment options on the CX4 Storm, you are able to attach any kind of modification on it. Sights, suppressors, scopes, I already mentioned that. Magazine modifications, anything is a good go for the CX4 Storm. Fireteam worthy. I wouldn't really say it's fireteam worthy. I think that most other assault rifles are much better than the CX4 Storm at Cabin Fever or Black Lung, because the CX4 Storm is like a weaker assault rifle in my honest opinion. Its damage, its pure damage by itself is not too great at all, and I really don't think that it's ideal for Cabin Fever or Black Lung. I honestly think that you should bring another assault rifle into those game modes than the CX4 Storm. Moving on to the whether or not it's quarantine worthy, I wouldn't really say it's quarantine worthy either, because I mean, it's an assault rifle, and normally you shouldn't really be using assault rifles in quarantine, especially if you're planning to run around a lot as well. So CX4 Storm unfortunately is not a really good ideal weapon for quarantine. So whatever. My frank personal opinions on the CX4 Storm. The CX4 Storm is actually a very good weapon. It's probably one of the best weapons for Tapfiring in terms of assault rifles anyway, and it's overall a very good weapon. And the only problem that I have with it is that it sometimes just doesn't deal enough damage to put someone down. Like honestly, I would prefer my M4A1 to do sometimes to kill people, because the M4A1 kills at least feels a lot more powerful than the CX4 Storm, even though technically they have the same damage. I don't know what it is. It might be, I'm blaming Muzzle Noise for that, because CX4 Storm, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it puts people down fast enough, and I mean, it's something that I'm gonna have to probably get over soon, but whatever. Hopefully I'll be able to get used to the fact that CX4 Storm is one of the weaker assault rifles in its category, but whatever. Anyways, that's my frank personal opinions. CX4 Storm is a very good weapon. Just watch out for its damage. Make sure all your bullets hit. And yeah, that's it for the CX4 Storm review. The gameplay itself is probably longer than the actual review itself. So, anyways, enjoy my CX4 Storm shenanigans on Two Towers. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy the rest of the video. And yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed the CX4 Storm review. It's a very good weapon, and if you guys have not tried it out already because you aren't in like a level 2 clan or something like that, then I do highly suggest you guys join a clan and try this weapon out, because it's probably going to be worth your while. It's the only other disadvantage to it is also because of the fact that it's 1,000 GP, so it might be kind of a burden on your GP if you're not too keen on racking up GP savings. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and this has been the CX4 Storm review. Next one is on the TMP. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.
round start.